104. Hurry up. Percussion, we set. Percussion, we good? Low brass, we ready? Ba, 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 ba. Ready? And 1, circumstances next. Yeah, I told you this goes pretty quick, right? Game on.
Good evening, and please rise for the playing of the North Allegheny Alma Mater. The words can be found on the back of the commencement program.
Our alma mater will be played by members of our North Allegheny Senior High School bands.
Conducting the alma mater this evening are our North Allegheny Marching Band drum majors from the 2023-2024 season, Hansung Oh and Grace Harlan.
Good? All right, go ahead. Alma mater, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Please remain standing and remove your hats for the national anthem. Presenting the colors is our Air Force Junior ROTC Honor Guard.
National anthem is being performed by senior student Riley Spitz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's how I would have sung it.
Thank you, and good evening. Please, at this time, you may be seated. I would like to acknowledge and say thank you to the following. Thank you, Riley. Hunsung, Grace, our Air Force J ROTC, our band, Mr. Stefan, Mr. Schmeck, Lieutenant Colonel Akamondo, Sergeant Eckert. Thank you for your contribution in setting the stage for the celebration of North Allegheny's class of 2024's commencement ceremony. My name is Matthew Buchak, and I have the proud honor to serve as North Allegheny Senior High School's principal. I would also like to recognize our principal at North Allegheny Intermediate High School, Dr. Heather Hibner, along with our assistant principals, Ms. Maines, Dr. Morey, Mr. Salapak, and Mr. Miller. I would also like to give a sincere thank you to Mr. Nishadka and his team, our senior class advisors, Mrs. Perry and Mr. Solonday, our roll readers for this evening, Frau Brudnock and Mr. Kariasis, our facilities, maintenance, safety, and central administrative teams, and to Mrs. Foglia. Thank you so very much. And our last acknowledgement and thank you goes to our class of 2024. Thank you for all the things that you have done, and let's get ready to celebrate. I'd like to welcome all of our families, our friends, and our loved ones, our district employees, the North Allegheny Board of School Directors, and our entire North Allegheny community. At this time, it is my honor to introduce the President of the North Allegheny School District Board of Directors, Mrs. Elizabeth Warner.
Graduates, fellow parents, and all our guests, on behalf of the North Allegheny School Board, Libby Blackburn, Leslie Britton Dozier, Bob Gibbs, Paige Hardy, Rick McClure, Anisha Shaw, Vidya Simkoviak, Mike Weniger, and myself, thank you for being here to celebrate the class of 2024. My tenure as a North Allegheny parent began a couple years before our graduates started elementary school. Through my years, I've encountered many wonderful people at NA, witnessed so much kindness, and been deeply moved by the dedication of our staff. Volunteering at Travel USA Day in elementary school, I directed a bunch of fourth graders to split themselves into groups. Easily done, except for one student who remained looking lost and alone. Join us, encouraged several of his classmates, be on our team. Years later, I had a conversation with a middle school science teacher who enthusiastically explained his efforts to make group projects fair and engaging for all students. I remain unconvinced that middle school team projects can be as enjoyable as he strove to make them, but I was impressed with his dedication to his craft. When my oldest was in high school, she connected with a tech ed teacher through engineering classes and a mutual love of the TV show Parks and Rec. He was a big part of why she dragged herself out of bed to catch a bus at 6:20 in the morning. I wish many things for my children. One is that they take the best of both their parents, and, as trite as it may sound, that they make the world a better place. I wish something similar for you grads. Take the best from your classmates, your teachers, and all the NA staff, be it compassion for your peers, passion for your work, or being the bright spot in someone's day. Take the best from your time in this district and use it to do good wherever you go after you cross this stage to your world beyond North Allegheny. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. Thank you to all of our Board of Directors for your service and your commitment to the North Allegheny school community. Joining us tonight on stage are our 2024 senior class officers and senior commencement speakers. Please welcome Senior Class President Nicole Ment. Sorry. Next, our Vice President Jake Reckenmacher. Our Secretary, Amrita Balaji. Our treasurer, Andrew Dixon. Our publicity director, Shreeman Koka. Our student speakers, Colin Wang, Samiksha Arutla, and Sam Lupazinski. And now, it is my honor to introduce our first student speaker for this evening, our senior class president, Nicole Ment.
For those of you who don't know me or haven't seen my face plastered on campaign posters around the school, my name is Nicole Ment. I've had the honor and privilege to serve the class of 2024 for 4 consecutive years. It has been truly amazing to see the things that our class as a whole and its people have accomplished through those 4 years. But before we reflect on them, I think it's important to remember where we started this journey. As we walked back in time to our elementary schools, we were amazed by how small the kids were. So it's hard to believe the monumental things we were dealing with back then, like who would take the title of Foursquare champion at recess, or who would be the line leader to lunch. It's true, we weren't dealing with rigorous high school content back then, but these were the days that built the foundations of the rest of our lives. Those Foursquare champions became Division I basketball commits. Those line leaders to lunch became leaders of clubs and of classes. Elementary school, in and of itself, is proof that we all started somewhere. And look how far we've come. Just think back to how scared you were the first time you had to ride the bus to school. And now most of us can successfully maneuver our cars out of the Nash parking lot at 2:15 on a Friday, even if we hit the curb occasionally. It's true that getting to Nash brought its challenges, every morning with the traffic, but also over the past 4 years. One of the most unexpected obstacles being March 13th, 2020, of our 8th grade year. What seemed like a free 2-week vacation turned into a pandemic that changed our school experience. While many of us begged for those weeks off school, we quickly realized that you truly don't value what you have until it's gone. Because while many of us mourned the iconic moments we lost, like the 8th grade field trip, freshman homecoming, or school spirit weeks, I found myself noticing that I was missing something we typically don't acknowledge: the moments in between. I missed joking around with my friends with the last 5 minutes left in the class period. I missed the anticipation to see who I was sitting next to in class without worrying about being 6 feet apart. But most of all, I missed the smile I used to see on people's faces without the facade of a mask. I'm a huge believer that these small moments make a substantial impact on our lives. So when the time came and restrictions were lifted, I found myself planning the school's first dance since the COVID pandemic during our sophomore year, 2021. And quite honestly, I did not know what to expect. Many teachers worried that the era of crowded gyms and school events with large attendance ended with COVID. It was even questioned if the dance would sell enough tickets to be held. But our class showed up, and we showed up for every school event since then. That homecoming dance sold over 900 tickets, which was more than any school dance at NAI ever. From then on, our class showed up for every Friday night light football game, pajama day on Spirit Week, and school dance. We truly didn't take any of those big or small moments for granted again. And while we found out high school experiences didn't look exactly like what we watched growing up on the Disney Channel, we learned some real-life lessons that the High School Musical students never did. We learned the value of real hard work, as most of us got our first jobs, and also the value of gas, because why is it so expensive? Not only did we learn how to drive cars, but how to navigate a canoe in the swimming pool. And if you're anything like me, how to dry your hair in just 15 minutes with a beach towel after accidentally falling into the pool. We learned that texting the guy you really like and asking him to the school dance is a lot easier than spontaneously waiting around your locker just to talk to him for a few seconds. That one might be a little bit personal too. Through these different experiences, we really did make some great memories and establish bonds that will last a lifetime beyond the campus of this school. No matter whether you're staying close to home or you're starting your college life on the other side of the country, these memories connect us, which goes to show what makes our class of 2024 so incredibly special. We didn't take one moment for granted, both big or small. Every day, I was truly inspired by the incredibly talented people who are sitting in front of me today. As my time here at North Allegheny comes to an end, a certain quote has stuck with me. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. That also might be a good one for any emotional parents or siblings here tonight. I want to thank each one of you in this class for giving me something to make saying goodbye so hard to do. But more importantly, something to look back and smile on. Whether you're somebody who's never heard of me before today, or you're one of my best friends that knows every niche detail of my life, I want to thank you for the past 4 years and wish you the best of luck in your next chapter. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. We wish you the best as well in your next chapter. Each spring, the senior high school conducts auditions open to all members of the graduating class wishing to speak at commencement. This year, 3 seniors were selected to address the class of 2024 by a panel of teachers, administrators, and senior class officers. It is my honor to introduce our next student speaker, Colin Wang.
Teachers and staff, parents, grandparents, friends, and younger siblings who just want to go home and watch Paw Patrol. Good evening, and thank you all for being here. My name is Colin Wang, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to today's celebration of the students sitting in front of me, the extraordinary North Allegheny class of 2024. To my fellow graduates, I know you're all eagerly anticipating the magical moment when your name is called to stride across the stage and bask in the well-deserved cheers and applause. Unfortunately, the Nash administration has unequivocally decided that you have to listen to me first, so sorry about that. But if you do end up enjoying my speech today, tips are never expected but always appreciated. In all seriousness, today marks a significant milestone in our lives. It's a day celebrating hard work, grit, and passion, a day where one chapter ends and another begins. But although we share this moment of joy, graduation has a different meaning for all of us simply because every single one of our high school experiences has been unique. No two are the same. Therefore, when asked to be relatable to the entire student body in this speech, I thought it was virtually impossible to truly encapsulate everyone's high school journeys until I glanced up at the sky. We might not share the same interests, personality traits, or future goals, but one thing's for certain. Everyone here has endured the unpredictable Pittsburgh weather we know all too well. While we often express how much we hate it, I stand before you today to present my case on why Pittsburgh weather can actually teach a valuable lesson about life. Everyone knows that sunny days occur few and far between, but when they do occur, we cherish them. They're the days when everything seems to fall into place. Maybe your most memorable sunny days consist of acing 5 tests in a row, beating your PR in the gym, finding a new restaurant to love, or finally receiving a text back from the love of your life after being left on red for a grueling 34 hours and 22 minutes. Whatever it is, big or small, these milestones and achievements represent some of the best moments in life where you truly feel on top of the world, and they deserve to be celebrated. But Pittsburgh weather is unpredictable. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into Nash in the morning into clear skies and stumbled out at 2:15 into a torrential downpour or snowstorm. Life works in a similar way. Just when we think we have everything under control, more often than not, something unexpected happens. In these moments, our younger selves might have become disappointed, frustrated, or even despondent. But now, as we transition into adulthood, I'm confident we've learned how to adapt, how to find solutions, and how to shake it off and move on. Things we see as gloomy, things we see as obstacles, and things we see as failures aren't purely negative. They're part of the experience. I think music legend Prince put it best when he said, "There's always a rainbow at the end of every rain." So, as we move on in our separate ways, some of us will stay close to home, while others will venture far and away to chase new dreams and opportunities. Those moving to Florida, California, and Texas, I'm slightly jealous of you. You might never experience a literal snowstorm again. But frankly, that doesn't really matter. Metaphorically, we will all encounter our own versions of Pittsburgh weather. It is my hope when we're faced with such uncomfortable or undesirable situations, we remain committed to finding the positives, to utilizing every setback as an opportunity to learn and grow. Congratulations once again to the North Allegheny class of 2024. Let's go savor the sunshine and chase the rainbows. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin, and thanks for making this beautiful weather here tonight. Pittsburgh weather may be unpredictable, but one thing that's for certain is our Tigers can sure roar a tune. At this time, members of our senior class will perform the senior class song titled Home I Lived, arranged by senior Amrita Balaji. As they begin to assemble, please allow me to introduce them. Our vocals for this evening, Amrita Balaji, Nyla Brown, Amanda Campos, Jeffrey Kern, Jack Mayara, Avery Neely, and Evan Wilson. On guitar, Adam Smith and Evan Wilson. And on bass, Sam Lopazinski.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road.
And although this wave
is stringing us along,
just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down, but if you get lost, you
That's where I live.
I did it all. I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. Saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, settled down that I did it all. Don't let no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Control every might try that this world could give you. There's lost and can always be found.
Just know you're not alone. Just know you're not alone. Just know you're not alone.
'Cause I'm gonna make this place your
What an amazing group of musicians and singers, and an awesome job being resilient and still making just a marvelous sound and music. And I want to give another round of applause for your toughness and your just beautiful music. Thank you, Mr. Schmeck, and thank you again to our wonderful team and to our students for making that wonderful sound of music. At this time, please join me in welcoming our second student speaker of the evening, Samiksha Arutla.
Students, teachers, and families, good evening. Thank you to everyone gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the North Allegheny graduating class of 2024. And a big congratulations to all of us. We not only made it through 4 years of increasingly random gym units, but also pushed boundaries in and out of the classroom. I am proud to announce that we finally fixed our laptop issues from 2020 and successfully braved the ever-similar halls of Nash as we learned that we might be a little bit directionally challenged. Some of us even rose up to the task of finding a decent parking spot in the morning after 7:15. But long before all these amazing high school experiences, I was in 6th grade, watching my older brother do his algebra homework. There were all these letters in the equations, and when I asked him what they were, he said that they were called variables. That day, I decided that my brother was a genius. I assumed math must not get any harder than Algebra 1, because I couldn't fathom anything being more difficult than his homework. That mindset changed pretty quickly once I found out about the quadratic formula. And that mindset was absolutely destroyed by AP Physics. Naturally, all these mathematical discoveries came with a substantial dose of fear and the inevitable, I can't do it. I was scared, just like a lot of us probably were. But you find that there's something exhilarating about doing things that you're scared of. And that can range all the way from skydiving to even just starting a conversation with someone you find interesting. Place your confidence in who you are, try your best, and when that doesn't work, take the initiative anyway. Go skydiving. Apply for that position you've always wanted. Do it because you're scared. Let fear drive you to test your boundaries. Do it because you're tired and because you're unsure, and do it because you don't think that you can do it. And when it seems like nothing's turning out the way you want it to, just think of all the glass we broke in chemistry just trying to make one small batch of slime. Forgive your mistakes, but also remember to forgive others. High school taught me to believe in all the incredible things that my friends and classmates can be. I learned to use my voice to bring others up, making school a safe and enjoyable space for all the people that I care about. My peers and I have spent so much time together throughout the years that we can all start to see a little bit of ourselves reflected in each other. Psychology calls this the social proximity effect. I call it the reason leaving high school is so bittersweet. That and all the unanswered questions. How much money has 5 mints for a 5 actually cost the calculus teachers over the years? Was it a coincidence that Mr. Venezia talked about Queen Elizabeth in class the day before she passed away? And how did some of the loudest teachers in the building end up cluttered in one chaotic hallway on the 3rd floor? The nice thing about not knowing the answers to any of these questions is that we can make up crazy theories together. That sense of community is one of my favorite parts of high school, and I look forward to meeting even more amazing people in college, people just like my peers graduating with me today. Going forward, some of us know exactly what comes next, but some of us don't, and it turns out that both are perfectly fine. If you already know your goal, fight for it. And once you've done that, just like Flynn told Rapunzel in one of our favorite Disney movies, Tangled, you learn that the most magical part of achieving your dream is getting to go find a new one. But if you don't have a goal yet, be stubborn anyway. Make your voice heard, get in the way, and don't get off the tracks until they stop the train for you. Don't be scared to be persistent, be annoying, be loud, be a presence wherever you are, and just remember to be yourself. There's so much to see, do, and learn out there, and I am forever grateful to my teachers, peers, and family for guiding me through the last 13 years of school so that I and the rest of my graduating class can go experience the world. Thank you so much for your attention, and once again, congratulations to the NA graduating class of 2024.
Thank you, Samiksha. I do agree there is something magical about achieving your dream and finding a new one. To the class of 2024, congratulations. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak to our seniors during our final graduation rehearsal. I had them raise their hand on a variety of topics. If you did this, raise your hand. If you did that, raise your hand. By the end of the activity, they were either tired of me or they were actually being tired of reflecting on all of their achievements. Some of the areas highlighted were the thousands of hours of community service committed by our students through programs like the JROTC, Best Buddies, Interact Club, Key Club, NHS, SAD, and many other organizations showing that their selflessness is so encouraging and powerful. Over $74,000 were raised through their philanthropic efforts by the ways of Tigerthon, Hoops for Hearts, Daffodil Days, Jared Boxes, and student council efforts. Project Water, Stand Together, and many others were championed to help local charities. Their dedication in helping others continues to inspire our community. The countless academic achievements ranging from financial scholarships to academic competitions, Science Bowl representing the PA region at the Nationals in Washington, D.C., seniors winning first place at the PA School Press Association regional competition, presidential scholars, we have a winner of the Society of the Analytical Chemists of Pittsburgh essay contest. The list goes on and on with our students' commitment to the exemplary academic achievement process. The skill and work development of our students who attend A.W. Beatty, who earn multiple gold and bronze medals and scholarships awarded through the 2024 Skills USA competition. We have multiple scholarship recipients who participated in the 2024 FCCLA State Leadership Conference. We have multiple students accepted into post-secondary schools in the areas of health and nursing sciences, advertising design, culinary arts, veterinarian sciences, and so many others. The 7 WPIAL championships, 8 WPIAL runner-ups, 1 PIAA runner-up, and 3 PIAA championships, athletic scholarships, and individual accolades associated with the dominance on the fields, courts, trails, alleys, pools, and any other place that you can compete. Trust me, and we all know this, these Tigers compete, and these Tigers win. Their musical talents and how they were celebrated for multiple awards, individual and through musical ensembles. Many of our students were recognized for making the PMEA All Orchestra, Band, and Chorus selections. Our Honors Chamber Orchestra performed at the PMEA's annual convention. We highlighted their contributions to the fine arts and writing, winning the Maurice R. Hillman Essay Contest, state championship in newspaper photography. 38 senior pieces were recognized in the Scholastic Art Contest. 10 senior pieces were recognized in the Scholastic Writing Contest. Distinguished yearbook from the Walsworth Gallery of Excellence. The Uproar being a distinguished site by Student Newspapers Online organization. We recognize the resiliency of our students who have encountered tragedy and the adversities, and how they have triumphed and how they will continue to triumph with the great support from each other, our community, and our loved ones. My point of that exercise was simple. It was to show the excellence of our class of 2024 in our North Allegheny community. It was to exemplify that the North Allegheny School District is the District of Champions. To conclude, I shared a letter with our seniors on the last day of school, and I would like to share that letter again. Dear seniors, thank you for making North Allegheny Senior High School a special place. Our hallways and classrooms will never be the same without you. May our memories of our journey be filled with happiness and triumph. You have made a difference in our lives, and we wish you all great health and success. Please continue to inspire one another, and remember, you always have a home here in North Allegheny. Thank you and congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite our final student speaker, Sam Lopazinski.
Hello, my name is Sam Lopazinski, and today I'm here to talk to you about making pierogies. I love to make pierogies, and sometimes I make 200 at one time. And many of you may think of just little old ladies doing this, but that's just not true. I am a young and vibrant graduate of 2024 here at NA, just like all of you. Here's to the class of 2024. All of us share a story together. And I wanted to talk to you about pierogi making because I think it's pretty symbolic about our lives, especially now as we all are about to embark on a new adventure. So in pierogi making, there's many steps. You need the dough, you need the filling, and at the end, you need to pinch it all shut. And here in Pittsburgh, the pierogies are delicious, but they also are a wonderful tradition. Traditions are important. So let's think for a minute about all that we have gained here in our years at North Allegheny. There are many school traditions that have helped to shape us. Some of these good traditions could be things like the homecoming, prom, senior song, musical, football games, other sporting events, and so many more. These traditions, along with our wonderful teachers, our supportive parents, and closest friends, have all shaped and influenced us. These last 13 years have been crazy, joy-filled, stressful, eventful, hard, uplifting, and inspiring. All of these years, we were making the dough. The dough is the backbone of our educational career, everything that we learned early on. How to make friends, how to read and write. These things are the things that made us, us. It's like we threw all of this stuff into a big NA mixing bowl in which each experience was its own unique ingredient. So, to everyone here, our teachers, our friends, our families, to everyone who have influenced us in some big or small way, thank you for helping us to make the dough. So now let's talk about my favorite part, the filling. Now your pierogi filling may be potato, cheese, onion, or even prunes. Prunes sound kind of gross to me, but the question is this: how will you choose to fill your pierogi? You all have a choice. You have your great education here, and you have your experiences. It's time to make that choice. I challenge you to look at yourself today and figure out what kind of filling you want to make. I like my pierogies full of good things instead of the ones that are only half full. Will you fill yours up? Will you give everything that you have, even when it's harder to do so? Choose to fill yourself up with good things, with positivity and with hard work. Sometimes it's probably going to be easier to be the deflated pierogi, but choose to be full. You can get creative with your recipe. Try new things, meet new people, and don't be afraid to fail. Pierogi making and life take practice. Sometimes life may be sweet, like the fruit-filled ones. Other times it may be sour, like the ones with sauerkraut. But when life gets sour or lonely, think of your dough and think of everything that you did to make it here today. And know that somebody loves you, even if it's just Officer Yaney. So, our time here is ending. It's time to pinch those pierogies shut, crimping the edges of the dough and bringing a close to our time here at North Allegheny. It's time for a new adventure. And just like the pierogi races at PNC Park, sometimes you may fall, but get back up. Someone may cheer for you, someone else may not, but if you do fall, remember that somebody loves you, and have fun along the way. I hope that each and every one of you shares your pierogies with the world. Do not keep your personalities, skills, stories, jokes, and lessons to yourselves, but instead give them away to as many people as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. I know one thing for certain. I really do love pierogies. At this time, please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Brendan Highland.
Thank you, Mr. Buchek. Good evening to all of our guests, and most importantly, to the class of 2024. As your superintendent, I am pleased to celebrate and acknowledge the class of 2024's remarkable accomplishments as they take their final step in their North Allegheny journey. On behalf of a very grateful school district, we say thank you. We would like to express our gratitude for your unwavering dedication to your education and your relentless pursuit of knowledge. Your efforts and sacrifices to accomplish your academic goals are a testament to your desire to challenge yourself, and our district believes you are ready to go out into the world and make a difference. This district is so grateful for you representing North Allegheny in a manner that fills us all with tremendous pride. Your valuable contributions, your exemplary leadership, and dedication to the school community are deeply appreciated. Whether it was excelling in academics, the arts, athletics, or whatever activity you may have been involved in. During the last 13 years, your presence has had an enormous impact and has helped North Allegheny to become the envy of public schools throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. All those positive contributions during those 13 years will now be added to the remarkable legacy of 75 years of excellence that has preceded you and that makes us all proud to say we are NA. To our North Allegheny School District team, those seen and those unseen working behind the scenes, thank you as you have made the NA experience for these graduates everything that it could be. Working in NA, we all know why we come to school every single day. We come for the students, as they are the lifeblood of this district. But also know that you are the heart of the district, beating year after year to keep that lifeblood pumping. Please know that you are appreciated and you are valued beyond measure. I would like to send a special thank you to one group on this joyous occasion. Let us take a moment to recognize the extraordinary individuals who have made the decision and have committed to serving our great nation in the United States military. These young men and women have chosen the path that requires selflessness, sacrifice, bravery, and putting their lives on the line so that we may live ours. They have decided to protect and defend our nation's values and freedom, and we are immensely grateful as a district and a nation. Each one of them will be embarking on a new chapter in their lives, contributing to the welfare and security of our country. To recognize their steadfast commitment to keeping us safe, it is only fitting to acknowledge each of them individually and express our admiration and gratitude for their chosen path. Future service members in the class of 2024, I respectfully request that you stand when I call your name and stay standing so you can witness that even though you may be leaving NA, NA will always be here supporting and thinking of you. Joining the United States Marine Corps, Alexander Dorsch. Joining the United States Army, Caitlin Howard. Kylie Walk. Jacob Collins. Brandon Hiles. Joining the United States Air Force, Connor Griffin. Joining the United States Navy, Logan Wright. Theo Wilkinson. In addition to these brave individuals, I would also like to recognize those in the audience serving or who have served our great nation in our armed forces. Please stand so you can be recognized for your service. And finally, let us all stand to show our appreciation and give our future, present, and past service members a standing ovation. You may be seated. And now comes the best part about being a superintendent. Principal Buchek, have these students met all the necessary requirements for graduation as prescribed by law?
Yes, Dr. Highland, they have.
Hearing an affirmative answer, by the power vested in my office as superintendent of schools, I acknowledge that the members of the class of 2024 have attained graduate status as specified by the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the policies of the North Allegheny School District. It is with sincere congratulations and the utmost NA pride that I declare this class graduated.
At this time, will our first row please stand and line up to receive your high school diploma?
Ralph Abdel Masih.
Andrew Long.
Isla Pearl Abrams.
Daniel Vincent Longo.
Dante Arthur Acamando.
Raymond Gregory Lascar.
Andrew David Adair.
Rusha Lova Laker.
Max Andres Adams.
Catherine Ann Lovejoy.
Nehemiah William Athanasius Adams.
Jackson James Lowe.
Aditya Agara.
Benjamin Charles Lukich.
May Elizabeth Agarwal.
Evan James Lyon.
Sophia Rose Agazio.
Jason Ma.
Sophie Michaela Aglietti.
Anthony Joseph MacDonald.
Skylar Madison Agostoni.
Dylan Reese Mackins.
Hanya Ahmad.
Shauna Grace Mayenza.
Srithija Akella.
Ava Elizabeth Major.
Tyre Vimanino Alualu.
Tyler John Magorian.
Anushka Amit.
Patrick Robert Maher.
Tejasvi Anamaraju.
Emily Rose Mayolo.
Spindana Anavajula.
Catherine Ann Majerick.
Aiden Joseph Anthony.
Ian Thomas Molesky.
Kelsey Brielle Apel.
Sabrina Mary Malkin.
Georgia Ariolo.
Virginia Claire Malkin.
Madison Grace Arluna.
Megan Joy Manasotis.
Reese Daniel Arnold.
Helen Mao.
Vijay Aurora.
Taylor Lee Markle.
Valen Aaron Murray.
Joseph Salvatore Marquis.
Thu Ong.
Luca Anthony Mars.
Khadija Omer Bajwa.
Peyton Thomas Marston.
Charles Eugene Baker.
Abigail Lauren Martin.
Sally Marie Baker.
Chase Patrick Martin.
Sudharsan Balasubramanian.
Madison Grace Martin.
Daniel Balderas.
Charles Bradley Mao.
Yash Bali.
Kendall Elizabeth Morrow.
Hayden Michael Ball.
Landon Michael McCarthy.
Parthiv Reddy Bundy.
Colton William McCartney.
Madden Michael Barone.
Kelly Lynn McConnell.
Caleb Xavier Baroni.
Erin Lynn McGoey.
Sydney Taylor Bartos.
Robert David McIsaac.
Ganesh Bazarova.
Anna Renee McEwen.
Abigail Rebecca Barrand.
Srija Mehta.
James Robert Barrand.
Edward May.
Cole Daniel Balonzi.
Isabella Melian Velasco.
William George Bentram.
Anne Catherine Melly.
Sylvia Jeanette Bertucci.
McKenna Ray Melnick.
Joshua Patrick Birdie.
Melina Nicole Melnick.
Lydia K. Betts.
Brady Robert Mensch.
Amit Bhandari.
Ava Merriman.
Jode Singh Bengal.
Jack Dylan Mayera.
Mahitha Sai Bonagiri.
Ellen Marie Milkoff.
Timothy Dean Bidlack.
Maya Elizabeth Miller.
Matthew David Bischoff.
Philip David Miller.
Akhil Bodhahanapati.
Dale Minard.
Adelie Rebecca Bofinger.
Kavya Misra.
Joseph Harrison Booth.
Alexander Joseph Mitterer.
Faith Elizabeth Boring.
Isla Catherine Modick.
Elena Claire Baronsky.
Alexander James Montapart.
Kyron Boyd.
Alexandra B. Moran.
Brandon Tyler Boyer.
Melly Victoria Moreno.
Joshua John Boyer.
Ruby Topper Morris.
Samantha Ann Braden.
Audrey Michelle Morrison.
Colin Douglas Bradley.
Greta Christina Mott.
Luke Aiden Brady.
Jonathan Robert Mowry.
Nelson Edward Branch.
Rebecca Caroline Murphy.
Isaac Andrew Brenneman.
Layla Ray Musselman.
Zane Davis Brennan.
Wynn Musselman.
Alexander Joseph Brown.
Gabriella Ann Musser.
Larkin Sophia Brown.
Benjamin Jacob Mutsavage.
Mia Ashley Brown.
Luke Thomas Myers.
Nyla Maria Brown.
Brianna Rita Nash.
Aiden James Buggy.
Edward Nidwani.
Lane William Burks.
Avery Neely.
Lauren Elizabeth Burks.
Luis Antonio Negron.
Avery Grace Butcher.
Lily Wynn.
Marco Rafael Butera.
Hannah Kathleen Nod.
Rocco Joseph Cajano.
Aiden Robert Knopfsinger.
Jake Henry Callan.
Evan Samuel O'Keefe.
Amanda Seto de Campos.
Dana Joelle Ochoa Cardenas.
Joseph Anthony Capetta.
Lyra Ogle.
Nicholas James Carioto.
Hansung Oh.
Olivia Catherine Carlson.
Adam Ohayan.
Maya Elise Carrico.
Ryan Matthew Opiella.
Adeline Marie Sellender.
Liam Michael Ori.
Thomas Sarasso.
Sophia Ortega Martin.
Logan Joseph Serqua.
Jacob Michael Packard.
Aditri Chalky.
Swathi Padmanabhan.
Tanvi R. Chawla.
Jeffrey Robert Palmer.
Emma Chang.
Olivia Miranda Palmer.
Jungwoo Chun.
Nicholas Aaron Pallone.
Jimmy Cherry.
Mariah Diana Palumbo.
Tristan Chick.
Shreya Pont.
Cameron James Shimura.
Aiden John Panzer.
Claire Yenna Cho.
Matthew Allen Paragiri.
Michelle Solwon Cho.
Claire Grace Partridge.
William Swinhung Cho.
Kara Lee Partridge.
Stina Christensen.
Allie Elizabeth Pasquale.
Kaylee Lorraine Kroback.
Arnav Jatin Patel.
Alina Chumok.
Pavitra Patel.
Elliot James Cohn.
Lucas Jacob Pater.
Jana Lin Chu Cole.
Aditi Rajesh Patwari.
Jacob Nathan Collins.
Marissa Catherine Paulson.
Cassandra Elizabeth Connor.
Mason Alexander Pavley.
Zoe Asia Conoran.
Abigail Grace Pay.
Ryan Bryce Taylor Cordero.
Isabella Peniche.
JD Costanzo.
Connor Stephen Peoples.
Jaden Alexis Coy.
Ekaterina Andrea Paragonsev.
Gracie Pamela Kraushaw.
Evan Michael Parati.
Brady George Crow.
Edwin Joan Fatoros.
Leah Catherine Cunningham.
Leonardo Wildy Phillips.
Isabel Marie Curran.
Jacob Andrew Frampus.
Maxwell James Curry.
Skyly Morgan Pito.
Antonio Rafael Dorico.
John Robert Pingpank.
Declan Joseph Dady.
Dana Ann Patel.
Lokesh Daida.
Vivian Grace Piverato.
Ellis David Dan.
Casey Plotzko.
Trey Beckett Davidson.
Ashu Polisetti.
Giacomo Dezwani.
Eric John Poplovsky.
Danuk Rylan De Almeida.
James Harris Popel.
Ranuk Dylan De Almeida.
Sri Ananya Pragalapati.
Brett Samuel DeMarco.
Lucy Pooh.
Owen Alexander Daniel.
Angel Q.
Dylan David Denkenberger.
Jordan Joanna Kwachak.
Shay Marie DeRose.
Ryan Quatman. Calder Bryce Quirk.
Ava Carolyn DiGiacomo.
Aiden Rabenstein.
Juliana Rose DeGregory.
Matthew Robert Rademacher.
Dennis Sarp Dillor.
Rudra Singh Raghuvanshi.
Evelyn Sidney Disk.
Zohab Rahman.
Jessica Doan.
Ridvik Rajashekar.
Marigold Jane Dorfler.
Kamya Abarami Rajesh.
Joseph Milan Dopurak.
Ananya S. Rajulu.
Alexander Thomas Dorsch.
Natalie Isabel Rack.
Lynn Double.
Aditya Ramadas Gupta.
Ian Forbes Doyle.
Gautam Ramkumar.
Julia Ann Drasga.
Ryan James Rinaldo.
Callie Annalise Dro.
Jack David Rao.
Zachary Michael Duckworth.
Yashika Rawat.
Masha Dudina.
Nathan Redondo.
Kaylee Cecilia Duffy.
Aiden Jeffrey Reed.
Celia Marie Duforay.
Elizabeth Lynn Regan.
Marin Jane Dunaway.
Duncan Earl Reed.
Lucas John Dwyer.
Colin Davis Rendy.
Jasper Dyga.
Kevin A. Rapine.
Liberty Eileen Early.
Rachel Elizabeth Ryby.
Jake Ebken.
Caitlin Brianna Revelant.
Aaliyah Jewel Eggert.
Christopher James Reynolds.
Ella Jennifer Eisenreich.
Leanna Renee Reynolds.
Caitlin Christine Epler.
Ethan Ritchie.
Cameron Alyssa Earhart.
Peter David Ritchie.
Maya Eileen Evans.
Jacob Ryan Rice.
Calla Vaughn Ewing.
Avery Jules Richard.
Tyler Charles Ironman.
Ella Brooke Robertson.
Connor Robert Fadgen.
Riley Renee Raylick.
Max Fang.
Ricardo David Rojas Aguilera.
Amelia Glee Helen Farina.
Andrew Robert Romanchik.
Joshua Kenneth Farr.
Anthony Salvatore Roos.
Jacob Christopher Filing.
Simon Joseph Rosella.
Paul Norman Filing.
Darren Joseph Ross.
Ira James Fellers.
Amber Lynn Roth.
Christopher Michael Furley.
Paul Andrew Rubish.
Sarah Maria Fernandez.
Danielle Eden Rubel.
Ricardo Ferrara.
Gabrielle Eve Rubel.
Claire Grace Fiedler.
Tyler Christian Ruckel.
Natalie Rose Figura.
Allison Marie Ruiz.
Kelsey Taylor Finney.
Lena Rumpler.
Emma Rose Flanders.
Rachel Rusnika.
Adam Derek Flavel.
Aya Yasmin Sabil.
Diego Rocco Flores.
Jeremiah Elijah Sacho.
Remington Sky Ford.
Caitlin Abigail Skanga.
Dawson Clifford Forrest.
Owen Christopher Shaw.
Michael Paul Fortunato.
Alicia Cameron Shantz.
Natalie Elizabeth Frank.
Max Shearer.
Angelina Franz.
Connor Scott Shifkins.
Mia Rose Fratto.
Ariana Schiller.
Ava Marie Frederick.
Greg Schmidt.
Harrison Bryant French.
Kira Rose Schmidt.
Jamie Lynn Frisco.
Robert August Schober.
Jordan Elizabeth Frisco.
Ian Joshua Shadle.
Julia Marie Fuchs.
Lorelei Elizabeth Schreiber.
Max Ryan Gabus.
MJ Schwemmer.
Riley Madison Godomsky.
Anthony Michael Sayati.
Stone Gartner.
Luca Giovanni Scoleri.
Sydney Gehring.
Kaylin James Scott.
Jessica Galbiotti.
Cole Scott.
William Gow.
Olivia Gale Scrabus.
Victoria Garcia Blanco.
Abrielle Joanna Seaman.
Zachary Joseph Gardner.
Megan Lynn Seafick.
Isabella Mia Gauntner.
Daniel Alexander Sellers.
Michael John Gauntner.
Natalie Renee Sens.
Magnus Matthias Geisler.
Carson Christopher Sestilli.
Isha Daisy George.
Sume Sethia.
Andre B. Georgiev.
Ananya Shah.
Trevor James Germany.
Haley Patricia Shanahan.
Maya Grace Getz.
Ananya Sharma.
Sawyer Reese Gibson.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Sheeran.
Sarah Grace Gill.
Aneri Shaithji.
Keela Marie Glosser.
Daria Shevchuk.
Emily Nicole Glass.
Joseph Shields.
Allison Elizabeth Gogenauer.
Chloe B. Shin.
Jameson Charles Gold.
Olivia Kathleen Schuback.
Taylor Marie Graber.
Christine Margaret Sylvester.
Nolan Blake Grady.
Alana Nicole Simmons.
Sophia Essick Grafton.
Naharika Singh.
Samuel Richard Graper.
Rhythma Singh.
Martin Francis Gray.
Lily Ann Singleton.
Evan Drummond Greenberg.
Kaylin Zoe Skeel.
Connor Farrell Griffin.
Cameron Taylor Skeel.
Mary Catherine Griffin.
Nathan Martin Slade.
Megan Riley Gross.
Hannah Lynn Smale.
Shayan Nanda Gupta.
Adam Daniel Smith.
Christopher Tayuk Ha.
Aiden Thomas Smithyman.
Will Hahn.
Risha Solanki.
Aiden Michael M. Hall.
Tristan Seuss.
Lydia Marie Haller.
Aaron James Soriano.
Noah Ward Hamilton.
Neville Sosia.
Cole Benjamin Hammer.
Tia Susu.
Kendall Noel Haynes.
Riley Jane Spitz.
Mia Hargenrader.
Anthony Spivak.
Grace Catherine Harlan.
Isaac Clayton Spries.
Sean Robert Harlan.
Abigail Grace Stager.
William Harris.
Gabrielle Renee Stegman.
Brooke Alexandra Hartle.
Clara Lucille Stewart.
Madison Grace Hartung.
Olivia Tawanga Stewart.
Megan Elizabeth Heinrichs.
Travis Nathaniel Stipetich.
Grace Helliger.
Caleb Douglas Stites.
Caroline Elizabeth Henderson.
Wyatt Thomas Stoll.
Jane Madison Henkel.
Clara June Stover.
Alex Jacob Heron.
Malachi Jacob Stowers.
Madeline Grace Hilbert.
Thaddeus Owen Stromberg.
Brandon Vaughn Hiles.
Elizabeth Rebecca Stroop.
Louise Hinsbow.
Gracie Strembeck.
Derek Michael Hogan.
Ari Stewart.
Julia Ray Hogan.
Cole William Suba.
Brooklyn Eloise Holloway.
Tharoon Sunthar.
Anthony Joseph Hollow.
Ayush Milan Supe.
Mary Grace Heloka.
Meher Survi.
Iris Hong.
Pranita Sutrave.
Vivian Louise Hood.
Abe Sayamala.
Devin Marie Horner.
Ethan Tao.
Gavin Hu.
Delaney Kate Tedesco.
Jackson Reed Howard.
Thomas Mark Thurkel.
Caitlin Sky Howard.
Aritsara Tiwang.
Tayana Kashmir Hoy.
Brody Evan Thomas.
Catherine Hu.
Apurva Amal Thasar.
Angela Huang.
Utkash Rakesh Kumar Tiwari.
Megan Rose Hewitt.
Nicholas Rolf Tobia.
Chase Shaw Husky.
Quinn Michael Tonin.
Ty Raymond Iwanaku.
Isaiah Armando Toro Campos.
Ryan Michael Jackman.
Benjamin Robert Truesdale.
Jonathan Christopher Jackson.
Lauren Grace Truitt.
Sia Jane.
Isabella Ann Trunzo.
Benedict Jean-Claude.
Eric Truong.
Jing Lei Jiang.
Dylan Michael Tuthill.
Corinne Annette Johnson.
Rishab Samir Udeshi.
Marissa Marie Johnson.
Darren Baran Uyar.
Riley Addison Johnson.
Mia Bella Valentine.
TOA Ulrich Johnson.
Elizabeth Mary Velez.
Allison Ann Johnston.
Nicholas Paul Van Winkle.
Carissa Eve Jones.
Agnishwar Vasanth.
Patrick Christopher Jones.
Carlin Samantha Voppel.
Zoe Elizabeth Jones.
Francesco Veltri III.
Julia Rebecca Jordan.
Mukund Veer Venkatesh.
Jacqueline Grace Junko.
Maya Viropoulos.
Shrikar Kakumani.
Tess Vidovich.
Thrisha Kalpati.
Preston Lynn Vysotsky.
Maria Villanueva Kmark.
Bria Vivio.
Evan Henrik Kaminsky.
Christ Vizcara.
Teoman Khan.
John Ashby Voigt.
Genevieve Anna Karlovitz.
Joseph Edmund Votis.
Lohith Pranay Katari.
Mackenzie Grace Volpe.
Vaughn Robert Caton.
Claire Kimmel Wallenmeyer.
Jaden Marie Couts.
Benjamin Robert Waldo.
Donna Kazanier.
Kylie Ann Walk.
Brandon Matthew Kenzig.
Casey Walker.
Evan James Kerber.
Shirei Wang.
Jeffrey Charles Kern.
Aiden David Ward.
Nisha R. Killadar.
Dylan Joseph Ward.
Sarah Jane Killen.
Landon Daniel Ward.
Donna Kazanier.
Andrew Alexander Jacobs Warner.
Sam Kinsler.
Madison Lily Wasilko.
Owen Robert Kirkpatrick.
Zachary James Wasilko.
Ryan Thomas Kleinfelter.
Kira Watkins.
Sarah Elizabeth Klosky.
Jacob Cole Watterson.
David John Knaus.
Amelia Sophia Weaver.
Christina Denisovna Kachenka.
Letizia Maita Vessel.
Michael Thomas Kovacic.
Anna Catherine Wheeler.
Joseph Andrew Kramer.
Isaiah Murray White.
Maeve Gwennon Kreidler.
Jasmine Monet White.
Michaela Marie Kucharski.
Anna Marie Weethorn.
Ariana Marie Kukta.
Owen Matthew Wilsack.
Tarun Kumar.
Alexis Jane Wilhelm.
Logan Joseph Kushner.
Joseph Richard Wilkinson.
Christian Joseph Cushon.
Theo Douglas Wilkinson.
Eva Sydney Kinniston.
Connor Morgan Williams.
Hannah Noel Kiriazes.
Hannah Williams.
Abe Ladavat.
Mariana Williams.
Isabella Marie Lalicata.
Oliver Robert Williams.
Joshua Andrew Lamb.
Owen Michael Williams.
Mia Lee Lanesa.
Riley Quinn Williams.
Abby Aline Lang.
Victoria Ernestine Williams.
Ava Elizabeth Lockery.
Evan Matthew Wilson.
Quincy Jackson Lexo.
Joseph Edward Wilson IV.
Addison Grace Lee.
Sarah Elizabeth Witherell.
Jesse Saw-Young Lee.
Christian Grant Wolf.
Nina Nicole Lee.
Camden James Wright.
Noah Junyoung Lee.
Hannah Marie Wright.
Jack Byron Light.
Logan Grady Wright.
Noah John Lemon.
Sawyer Wright.
Catherine Elise Lenchner.
Alex Yan.
Lauren Madison Lentz.
Iris Yan.
Nate Lessman.
Shruti Hiram.
Andrew Lee.
Blake Robert Yeski.
Janice Lee.
Jessica Yee.
Jerry Q. Lee.
Jacob Zhu Yu.
Justin Lee.
Olivia Zagacki.
Timothy Lee.
Stephen Ru Zhao.
Spencer Thomas Liberto.
Yiming Zhao.
Ava Claire Lindsay.
Abigail Anna Zigenfuss.
Benjamin Gui Liu.
Joshua Robert Zippe.
Nina Farron Lofgren. Caitlin Elena Logan. Owen William Logan. Bianca Andrea Lohan. Commencement speaker, Colin Song Wong. Commencement speaker, Samiksha Arutla. Commencement speaker, Sam Christopher Lopazinski. Senior class officers, Publicity Director, Shreeman Koka. Treasurer, Andrew Michael Dixon. Secretary, Amrita Balaji. Vice President, Jake Tobias Reckenmacher. And the 38,277th graduate of North Allegheny High School and the president of the class of 2024, Nicole Madison Ment.
Congratulations to our North Allegheny class of 2024. Please welcome again your senior class president, Nicole Ment.
At this time, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side. As our commencement ceremony ends, we thank you for joining in this evening's event. Members of our class of 2024, in celebration, you may now toss your caps. Congratulations!
1, 2, ready, and. Hey, music back up in the crate stands there.